Hello, you're with Libby from libbystamps.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia, and this week I'm bringing you a series on the Petal Passion Suite, which is in the Occasions catalogue on pages 22 and 23. Just a beautiful suite, and here in the catalogue we've got lots of samples of different cards and what have you. And it comes with the stamp set, and you can bundle that with the framelit, so that's 10% cheaper than if you buy the two separately. It comes in wood mount or clear mount. There's also some textured impressions embossing folders that go with it, some embellishments, and the beautiful new Whisper White organza ribbon. So it's a great suite, and it's a set of two, so you have images which are sort of like a water wash image, so they're not crisp images, but they are beautiful and they lend themselves beautifully to colouring, whether you're using pencils, Stampin' Blends or watercolouring. With inks, they're just wonderful. And then of course you get all these different sentiments, 8 different sentiments and 7 different images. Then you've got the petals and more thinlit dies, which are just lovely, and they marry nicely with the stamp set. So what we're going to make today, and I've already done a fair bit of pre-organising, is a hexagonal box. So this one I stamped the rose image on, show you here, and then I coloured it with Pool Party and Old Olive and the Colour Lifter Stampin' Blends, and scored the box, made the lid. It has a triple bit on the top with a faceted gem. With stamped Pool Party, I've stamped the smaller flower image from the set here on the lid and then made the embellishment. So we're not actually going to do any stamping today because I've done that already, but we are going to make the box and do some other bits and pieces. So I'll bring in my Simply Scored. I've already die cut 3 in Whisper White of the largest out of the layering circles. I've die cut, so they're about 3 inches I think, and this is about 2.5, so whatever circle is about 2.5, it's the biggest of the smaller set of circles. And then I went to the stitch framelit dies and I've die cut that out of a smaller circle again and done some stamping and put a clear faceted gem in the middle. Now not all of these go on the lid, that's why I haven't stuck them in, so we'll get to that a little later. And I've also die cut, stamped and die cut the sentiment, and I've added some of these leaves. So we'll start off with the lid, doing the wrong side of the lid, and we're going to cut our piece 12 inches, so it's DSP, so it comes in 12 inches by 4 inches or 30 centimeters by 10 centimeters, and we're going to score on the short side at 2.5 inches or 6.4 centimeters if you're doing centimeters, so down at 2.5. Then you're going to turn it long ways and you're going to score at 2 inches or 5 centimeters, 3 7/8 inches or 9.8 centimeters, 5 3/4 inches or 14.6 centimeters, 7 5/8 inches or 20 centimeters, 24.1 centimeters or 9.5 inches. That got you thinking, didn't it? And 11 3/8 inches or 29 centimeters. So I'll have all these measurements on my blog. So that's the lid. Our piece of plain cardstock is going to be 11 3/4 inches. So that way it's 11 3/4 inches by 7 3/4 inches or 29.6 centimeters by 19.7 centimetres. And on the long side, you're going to score at, so I've got the long side at the top, 1 7/8 or 4.8 centimetres, 3 3/4 or 9.5 centimetres, 5 5/8 inches or 14.3 centimetres, 7.5 inches or 19 centimetres, 9 3/8 inches or 23.8 centimetres, and lastly at 11 1/4 inches or 28.5 centimetres. Now, if you're using A4, just leave the length of your card as it is. If you're using Imperial, you may need to just trim the length a little bit. And then you're going to turn it and on the short side, and you're going to score at 2.5 inches or 6.3 centimetres. And that's all we need our Simply Scored for, so you can pop that away. I will put the measurements in metric and imperial on my blog. So then you need, what I suggest you do is score in this bottom line at 2.5 inches or 6.3 and then stamp. So I've chosen the leaf image out of the set and stamped in Lemon Lime Twist, and then I used this dotted image to sort of dot along here, and you won't see where the stems have gone over, as a sort of garden, if you like. Alright, so that's the stamping I did, and on the other one I used the rose image and coloured with Old Olive and Pool Party. So we're going to furnish all our score lines. So I'll be back in a minute when I've done that. So I've got the lid here, and what we're going to do is do some cutting and trimming. So this little bit on the very end, we're going to cut that off. So you go up to the score line and then across and cut that off. Then you're just going to cut up all the other score lines, and then on this one you're going to do the same. So you're going to come in and cut this little end one off. Alright, and then just cut that off. Alright, and then snip up all those score lines. So I'll be back when I've done all that. Alright, now I'll just get some liquid adhesive and we'll do the bottom first. What you're going to do is put some tape. I'm just putting tape there because it's quick today for the video. So I'm just going to pop some tape on the end and adhere that, the two sides together, and you do the same on the lid. So just quickly take that off and do the same on the little tab at the end of the lid. Now unfortunately, because this is hexagonal, you can't lie it down for the sides to meet, so you need to be fairly accurate in meeting up your side. Alright, so just like that, and I usually use my bone folder and give it a good rub inside to make sure it's adhered properly. Alright, and then you're going to turn it upside down, and where we've got our join, which is here, I'm going to put that flap down first. So that's the back of our box, and I'm just going to put some liquid adhesive on it like that, and then pop the next flap down, and you need to try and keep it in a hexagonal shape, and then the next flap's going to go on top of that, so I'm going to pop some adhesive under that flap. Alright, as you go around, just put adhesive under the flap, adhesive under the flap, under the flap. Alright, now then you need to sort of manhandle it into the right shape. Okay, now one of our 3-inch circles that we die cut out is going to go on the base of the box. So with one hand on the box to keep it closed, I'm just going to put some adhesive. This is the advantage of using liquid adhesive. You can do it almost one-handed and get everything else stuck to it at the same time. So pick that up. Alright, and we're going to pop that on the bottom of our box, just like that. Alright, now I'm box over. I'll use the other end of my bone folder, and I'm just going to come in and make sure everything is well adhered by pushing it down. Now, one of our other scallop circles, we're going to put adhesive on that. Love my liquid glue. And then you're going to pop that inside your box, glue side down. Give it a push with the bone folder, and then your box is finished, apart from the sentiment. So choose a panel, not the back. So there's our back seam. So I'll choose one of these round the front, and I've just got dimensionals on the back of this. Alright, so what you want is, and I made the mistake of not checking where I needed my dimensionals, so make sure it's straight and then give it a push from both sides, and there's the bottom of our box finished. Alright, now we've just got to do the top in the same fashion. So again, some tear and tape, and I'll fast forward the video because you don't need to see me putting the top together, as it's the same as the base.
If you want to play, make it about a place. It'll take creation, imagination. Try to draw outside the line. Let us see inside your mind. You'll find inspiration. All I'm saying is you can do it. I want to hear you say, I am independent. I am dedicated. Doing it my way, doing it my way. Yes, I am. I am in control. I am. Watch me go. Doing it my way, doing it my way.
And then you're going to come in with your other scallop circle, and you're going to do the same as you did for the base. So liquid glue on there like that, pop it on. Alright, and then we're going to come in and do the same on the circle I punched out. Die cut out with the layering circles. They're a great set of dies if you don't already have them. Make sure you get some. They're just wonderful framelit dies, and they come in circles, squares and ovals, and you can get them in my online store, and I'd love you to shop in my online store. Go to libbystamps.com and you'll see a shop button, and you can shop with me there. And don't forget, it's celebration time, so every $90 you spend, you will receive a free celebration item of your choice. Alright, I've already die cut this, stamped and put the gem on it. I'm just going to, I've got dimensionals, Stampin' dimensionals on the back of it. Now, if you think this is something you would like to do, you don't have to do videos, you don't have to even go out and do parties and workshops, but if you'd like to join my team, I'd be happy to have you. I've had 2 join just recently, and they're coming to on stage with me in Sydney in April, so that'll be great. We'll have enough for a table, so that'll be 6 of us, maybe 7 if 1 or 2 of my level 2s come, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, so there's our lid, there's our box, and then you just need to marry up the bits. Actually, I'm going to marry up the joins if I can find it. There's a join and there's a join. Doesn't necessarily work. You will have to give it a bit of a push to get it to go in, but then once it fits beautifully, there's one box, there's the other. These are the 2 boxes, both made with the Petal Palette Suite out of the Occasions catalogue. Don't forget, this would be a great suite to buy. You can use it for many occasions, and I'll have 4 more videos coming up for you this week with package solutions of all sorts. This is quite a big box. If you have a look inside, it would fit quite a lot in it. That's my share for today. Thanks for stopping by.
Yes,
Bye for now.
Inspire destiny, require every dream to believe. Take the chance, lead the dance, and run with what